Hello, my name is Leanna Greenaway and I am a white witch, and I am co-author of Wiccapedia with the lovely Shaun Robbins. Shaun Robbins is very dear to me, and she lives about 2,000–3,000 miles away in the US, and I live in the Devonshire countryside in England, not far away from the mystical Glastonbury. I'm sure if you have any interest in Wicca, you'll have heard about the place. It's very, very beautiful, and I like to go about 3 times a year for a little bit of a spiritual fix. There's lots of shops there, they're all witchy shops, and you can get all the ingredients and everything you need. And I'm quite lucky because I can just nip and pop there, which is good. So now we're going to talk about the darker blue candle, and if you look, mine's a little bit on the wonk here. This is because I talked about Glastonbury earlier on in the in this video, and I actually got this from Glastonbury, and it's handmade. So often the handmade candles can look a little bit curved, but don't think, oh, they're not perfect. They're actually better in some instances. So anyway, we'll get onto the meaning of the blue candle, and this is very good if you're wanting to psychoanalyze yourself, or you want to change your ways. You might have a fault or a flaw in your character, and you might want to change that, so you would use this darker blue for that. Also, this colour can actually help rid you of depression. So if you're depressed, or if you know somebody that's suffering with depression, it's a very strong colour for that, and it can really get rid of it and help somebody to be a little bit, calmer and more light-hearted. If ever I am with people that are difficult, or people I don't like, and I know that I've got to meet these people for whatever reason, I usually burn this the day before, and this will help to sweeten their mood a little, which makes the whole meeting go much easier. So that's the dark blue. Now moving swiftly on to the pale blue candle. Pale blue is a colour that you would use for family and family members. It also is very good if you're wanting to cast spells for friendships. So if you're wanting a new friendship, or you're a bit lonely and you'd like to open your circle of friends up a little bit more, you would cast spells with blue. These are very good for bringing about different social circles, so it is a good candle to have. If you're needing patience, if there's a member of the family that's really doing your head in and you can't reach them, or you can't get through to them, you can use this colour to actually calm yourself down and be in a more controlled frame of mind. So it's good if you're wanting to find better patience with people. The other thing which a lot of people use pale blue for is to open up their psyche. So if you're wanting to meditate and you're not having a lot of luck, if you were to place or burn a blue candle by the side of the bed before you went to sleep, this would help. Blue is also used for anything to do with women and motherhood. So if you're wanting to have an easy labour or a better birth, or if you're wanting to be a patient new mum, you would burn pale blue. So the last thing which I'd like to mention is that this is the colour of protection. So if you're wanting to protect your loved ones, or you're wanting to create a little mini force field around yourself, for whatever reason, burn pale blue. And that's that. The lavender candle. This is my favourite colour, actually. As you can see around, I've got lots of these spiritual colours in my home here. And whenever you see lavender, it really throws out a word which is peace and calm and tranquility. Now if you're suffering with insomnia, or you have sleep problems, I do suggest that you light this candle somewhere in the bedroom before you go to bed, but make sure that it's burnt down before you go to sleep. So, you know, you might want to do, if a candle has a burning time of about 3 hours, you might want to light it earlier on in the evening. Anything that you want to do to improve yourself spiritually, to elevate your soul, to climb that spiritual ladder, you would use this. It enhances the psychic ability. It's wonderful if you're wanting to do any kind of divination. You can light a candle whilst you're doing the divination, such as reading tarot or doing a reading for someone. It's also used a lot when Reiki healers are working their magic on people. You'll often see them burning these lavender coloured candles in the room. So nice one to have, and I use a lot. So when we're looking at the darker purple candle, this is the main colour that we use magically for business, for work and for success. So for all those self-employed people out there, this is the colour candle you need to burn regularly in your business premises. Now, if you're like me and you work from home, you might want to burn it at the side of your workspace. But this will bring about success in business. So anything, you know, with business meetings, if you're wanting more collateral, if you're wanting to boost your sales, this would be the colour to use. It's also, it can be good for any kind of professional thing. So even if you're wanting to put forward a presentation and you want that presentation to be accepted and you want it to be successful, you would burn this colour. Now, stepping away from that for a moment and looking at this from a more psychic perspective, this really is the colour that you use to open your mind psychically. So we know you can use lavender, but also the dark purple reaches higher places. So I will at some point in the future talk about the Kundalini for those of you that don't know what it is. But some people like to cast spells and use magic to invite the Kundalini, and I would suggest if you want to do that, you would use this colour. Now, I'm a big fan of past lives. I'm always so curious about what my past lives were, and I would love to just be able to take a moment, step back in time and have a look at who I was and what I did. And in one of the new books which is coming out this year, I do talk about a hypnotherapy session that I had, and I do talk about the fact that, you know, I got a sneaky peek into a past life. But for those that really want to unleash those memories in their mind of their past lives, you could try casting a spell with this colour, and it, you know, it could help. Sometimes you might get the image of yourself in a dream or a daydream. So yeah, an interesting thing to practice if you fancy having a go. Okay, that's purple.
Why not watch part 3 for candle colours brown, red, gold and magenta. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.